Hello, welcome to the beginning part of the video where we check to see if everything's working. Alright. So we've got to think carefully about what we're doing today. We've got a quest, we can go to the caverns, we need to earn some gold. We wanted to expand our pouch, we need 30 gold for that, but then there are also things that can help us with curing ailments against this fight we want to do. We'll get into that in a minute. So hi, I'm Chris and this is my game Realm of the Empress. It's a single player fantasy adventure board game where you explore a large open area, in this case Port Ovis, do quests, learn and upgrade a variety of skills, and buy different weapons and armour and upgrade those to progress your character. There's also a main story that takes place in your dreams and should hopefully act as a hook to keep you wanting to play more and find out what happens. In this video series I'm going to do a full playthrough of the whole game. Each video should be about an hour long and the last playthrough I did was 60 hours and we're now past that. So we'll see how much longer we go on for. There's still a bit left to do. So yeah, we'll just have to play it by ear. I'm streaming live Monday to Thursday at 7 PM UK time. Every week until 2 more weeks, we say, maybe more, probably another week after this at least. So feel free to leave a comment on any of the videos, or if you catch a live stream, write something in the chat, as any and all feedback is more than useful. So we've got our 3 quests down here in my tracker. We've got where we left off last stream, which is at the inn. And we're about to start a new day, I believe. So so last stream was rather unsuccessful. We tried to finish off a quest by encountering something called a sleeper, but it was quite high level. We ended up we weren't doing very well, and we didn't want to go through all of our food items to restore health. So I think what we need to do, I've been thinking about it, I think the goal is to unlock some extra pouch space. So this is our player board. We've got our equipment here. We've got bear hide armor, and we got about over 100 health from that. So I don't think that's the issue. But our pouch is the only place we can access items during combat from. So we only get 6 spots until we can upgrade the pouch space for another 3, which I think we want to do. We want to cook some more meat because that's how we're going to get the most amount of health back. We've got a lot of space in our satchel. It's 35 half-inch square chits, but these ones, as you can see, this is an inch one, our cooking pot, and then we've got a U short bow, which is 2, but most of the other ones are half-inch square, like in here. This is our inn that we're renting out at the moment, so we can only access this when we're at the inn, which we are at the moment. So we could pick up our pickaxe or axe or bedroll or fishing rod, whatever. We've got quest items, so we've got this statue of Lorelei we were trying to figure out last stream. At the end of last stream, we're trying to find out where she's pointing. So I think we'll do that and then try to get to a cavern, because we also want to try to make some poisons, and that's what we're going to use this extra pouch space for. And then we've got our dream deck. So like I said in the intro, that's like our main story. It's supposed to be a hook. It's a little bit cryptic, but it's supposed to keep you interested. We're on dream 9 out of 10. The weather is okay. If it's raining, animals won't come out in the woods, but that's okay. And then we've got our map that we got right at the beginning, so we know roughly what direction to go in. But now that we're 60 odd hours in, you got a rough idea of where everything is. But every now and again it's good to check it. Definitely very good at the beginning. So we have no longer got our star sign, so we picked up a star sign which you can pay for 15 gold at the observatory, and it will give you a boon for the next day. The one we were using is this gain ×2 hide, or just 2 hide, from killing bears. So that really helped us speed up our sort of bear hunting. That has now come to an end. We didn't do anything last in-game night. You have to come up to the observatory at night to see the stars, but what we want to do eventually is get this one you can just pick them yourself. It was going to be random, but I've changed it now. You just pick the one you want, and I think that's more of an incentive because it's a bit far. It's a bit out of the way, the observatory, so it's a bit more of an incentive to go if you can just pick the one you want. So this is the one we want, the Virgin. You gain a shield of 20 during combat. So that will be a good one to pick up before we have another go at the Sleeper. So I just had that out to remember. Put those back. So the goal is to make at least 3 potions. We're going to need some ingredients we'll pick up from the caverns. I think we're going to not bother with the white poison. There's white, yellow, orange and red. White, yellow, orange and red. I don't think you're going to be able to see these because they're in pencil. But the red and black are going to be very difficult to get, and the orange, I think the orange is the one we're going to try to get, or maybe the yellow. The yellow, the enemy can't attack for 1 turn, and they can't move unless they roll a die to see if they can do it or not. Basically, an even or odd. And we just need some fangs and tattered wing for that. But we're going to need to go to Cavern 2. It doesn't have a name yet. Maybe it should have a name. This one on the beach, anyway, the beach cavern. And there's also the giant stinger. We could do the orange poison, which is they hit themselves, which is definitely one that we really want to get. The dead leaves are from foraging, which we don't have any of yet, so we'd have to do a bit of foraging. You have to have eyes also from killing night stalkers, so you have to go out at night and kill some of them. I think at the moment I was going to have a sort of 5, 10, 15 in terms of how difficult it is to get these, but seeing that you probably need the poison, you probably want a few of them. I still want to make it difficult-ish, so you don't have loads and loads of them. They're only one-time use anyway. But I don't want you to be able to have many. Well, you can have only a maximum of 9, I suppose, anyway, and you're going to want to have some food to heal up. So it's a bit of a balancing act of how many potions do you want, or poisons. You can have potions like cure fear and cure paralysis, which stops you doing anything like a whole round of combat. So there are lots of options for us to do here. So we've got our 12-sided marker as our character. We are at the inn, and we start off by showing what a map card is. They're mini cards. There are over 300 of them, and this is card 107. If you look on the top left corner, you'll see that number. And then we've got numbers for north, east, south and west if you want to go in those directions. There's also a night side on the reverse. So we're starting a new day at 12. So that means the first step is 1. We can also count our steps. Every 12 steps is 1/2 hour. So we're going to see what the statue of Lorelei was pointing at. Now we found out last stream she's pointing over to the west around the 200s. Oh, I thought I needed to sneeze then. So 200 is the amount of cards, 250 possibly. So what we want to do is go west, south, and then a bit east, and come around here to see if there's any spot on the map that we can. It might be a marker that we can investigate further. So I'm going to put it, I don't know, there-ish, there-ish. And we're going to go around and have a look, and then if we've got time to do a cavern, we'll do one of those. Yes, we'll see how we go. We need card 108. We've got a whole stack of 300 cards, 380 cards, grouped into 50s. So we'll take the whole group for when we need some cards out. And we'll put those down. I've got the cavern cards out already in case we have time to do that. There never seems to be enough time in this game to do anything in an hour. Not in a bad way, but I always seem to go through an hour rather quickly. Right, so we're on 73. It is not a game you're supposed to rush through, so it's a bit strange because I don't want the videos to be just completely boring by taking too much time doing stuff and thinking about it. So I try to think about things a little bit beforehand, but I'm also supposed to show that it is more of a relaxing game to play. We're going to need to go up a bit more. Anyway, let's go to the card we need. That one is the one that's going to help us out. We're going to go up there, but we can carry it on even further, which means we're going to need to move us a little bit more, or actually maybe quite a lot more. Let's move these cards over a little bit. We'll be on 66. So we're going down into the woods. Let's go 116 from there. Right, we'll move our character before we do that. So 12, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps. So time goes pretty slowly when you're just walking around. Nothing's time gated or has a deadline anyway, other than if you're renting out a room at the inn, which is 10 gold for 1 day at a time, or 50 gold for 7 days. So obviously you're encouraged to do that, but you don't have to. You can also sleep out in the wild, which we did a fair bit of at the early stages of the game, just to sort of test out how that works. But it's a bit restrictive on getting the dreams, because you roll for a dream, but you can only roll on a dream if you sleep for a minimum of 5 hours, I think it was. So it depends how long you sleep for, and you also get a health bonus if you sleep for longer. 1, 2, 2. Do we need anything from the carpenters? Don't think so. Right, 1, 7, 8 then. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Right, that's our first half hour. You get 16 hours in a day, 8 hours at night. 1, 7, 8. I've got a feeling we're not going to use these caverns. Well, we might. We'll try to. 1, 7, 8. So we will roll when we go through the woods, which we will do in a minute. For an encounter, we get rabbit, boar, bears, or nothing. We'll see how we get on with that. So I'll get a couple of cards out, wondering how many of these we're going to be able to get out. Okay. We roll an 8-sided die, so 3, 4, 5, and then we're in the woods. 6, 7. Time is doubled in the woods, and we'll roll an 8-sided die for any encounters. 1 to 3, nothing. 4, 5, rabbit, which is just a chance of getting some raw meat. 6, 7, boar, which we can sneak past because we've fully upgraded. We got 4 out of 5 upgrades on our sneak, but the 5th one doesn't allow us to sneak past monsters anymore. But we can sneak past boar with not even having to roll, because we've got +3 to our 6-sided die roll. And then 8 on the die is if we get a bear encounter. So we don't want an 8, we got an 8, of course. That happens so many times. Right, if I remember correctly, a bear has got... I can't remember correctly. A bear, all animals, all enemies have a sneak ability, sneak score. You have to roll over that. So a bear is 6. So you roll a 6-sided die. So we're gonna, before we get the bear out, we'll try to roll a 4 or higher. 3 or higher. 3, we just about sneak past. We don't really want to encounter a bear right now. We want to save up our health for going through the caverns as much as we can. Right, so we're going to go south. Can we? I don't know how far south we're going to go. We move these up. How up to like there? Try to make a bit of space on the table, because where does that go? Yeah, trying to make a bit of space on the table, because the amount of space I've got to work with in shot is quite small, but I should say that the space you actually use in the game is quite large. The table I've got is quite large, that is, so you wouldn't have to keep moving around as much as I am here. Right, south 2 to 2. Had like a metre wide. That one uses a decent amount of space that you can get probably most of the game out in, really. And then we're going to go 2 2 1, which is out of the woods. So it's only a couple of rolls. Right, let's go south. So 7 8 9. 2 is nothing. 10 11 out of the woods. We still roll coming in and out of the woods. 2 again, nothing. Okay. Right, 2 20. Right, we're going to see if we can find anything. I think it was one more row down. We might find something, but hopefully there'll be. We don't want to go back in the woods. So hopefully there'll be a symbol or something. So going east to west, west to east is always sequential, so it's quite easy to put the cards back and take them out. We want to go round this part of the woods. Can't go. Can we not go? I guess we have that as a cut-off point. That's an interesting one. Right, we can't go any further east. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've only been walking a couple of hours, or an hour and a half. We want to go south because there's nothing here which is helping us out. So 2 3 3. We still, yeah, we still got a bit of space. 2 3 3. Okay, and we do have a little sign on this, but this is not one that's going to help us out now. I'll show it. So there's a strange skill. It's called traversal. This node, as you can see. It allows you, if you have a rope, to climb up and down cliff faces. We haven't leveled that one up. That's a special one that costs more gold. Normally all the skills cost 15 gold, but this one I think costs 50 to stop you from doing that too early, basically. We might need to get rid of a few things. Can we go down to 6-1? Would that still be in shot? Looks like it might just about be in shot. Not sure if we need to go further down than that. I think we need to be around 261 along here. I think. Is that in? It's still in. Okay. Let's go 262. Okay, we need to go even further south. So 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got a feeling. Is there not anywhere? I'm going to cheat and have a little look on the cards because I thought I had. There should be a little sign on one of these cards somewhere. Anyway, we're going to have a little run around and try to find something. Let's go over to 260 just to see if there's anything over there as well. We'll do a proper rummage. Look like there's much around here. I'm wondering if I even put the thing on here. Anyway, we're going to move some of this out of the way because we don't have enough space to be rummaging too far north and south at the same time. So we're just going to put these cards in order and then put them in the right place. Get rid of some of these and some of these. Come back up the same way, so we will have to take them out again, but that's okay. Right, let's do that. So we need 65 and all in the hundreds. 107. So there's a lot of card play going on. 1, 2, 16. So you have to be kind of alright with that if you want to play the game, I suppose. but it does mean there's not a big pack up or setup time. Let's move this up. We'll see if we can find anything. What is this one? That one? No. There. Yes. 7 over here. Okay, I've got a feeling. Let's go 279. Let's have a little look around here. It should be. I'm pretty sure I put the thing we're looking for around here. I just can't remember if I wrote it on the map card or not. 279, 278. I think it's supposed to be on 261. Let's have a little look at 277. It's just a bit of nothing there. And it shouldn't be in the 300s, it should be here. Let's go 259 just in case there was anything over here as well. So what we did is count our steps as we went 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. To get back on there. We go 2, 5, 8. That is just the end of the C. 281, 281. Well, there is something there. And 280. Let's try to put these all together. So we're at 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Where are you? Here it is. Another half hour. So $250 something is the statue. There it is, 257. So there's a C in between here and 258, which is it. So it should be. Yeah, there is a C between here, much further away, which it should be on this. So I'm pretty sure I put it on 261, but I did not put it on this. So what we need to do is have a little icon on there, and it needs to be. I think I had it as just like an exclamation mark before on another map. What we need to have that be is, yeah, we're gonna have to figure this out. Oops. It was a place to dig, from what I remember. Did I not even finish this quest? Well, this is annoying. Let's have a look at what's going on in the quest. Yeah, so here we go, R12. So R11 is telling us to go over here, have a little look. Yeah, so that's, we need to make sure there's a little something on 261. Add an icon, but it also needs to be something. It says take R12 if started. Quest R, I guess. We did have something on that. I do have a map. Not here, hopefully. Right. I don't know where some stuff is. That's fine. Right, well, it should say 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go to the spot. This is supposed to be the spot, and it says as you dig deeper into the ground. Right, so what we need is to get a shovel. Did I even keep a shovel in here? It should be in our character's deck. Aerith is our shopman. Does he have a shovel? He does. It's 20 gold. Okay, so we need 20 gold to make a shovel. to buy a shovel. And I need to figure out, obviously, what this says, because I was going to have something with some of the other quests. I've said go to map card, you know, in this case 261. And then other times I'm thinking maybe it's better just to have something there that doesn't make sense early game, but then when you get to it. So it needs to have an icon that says only do this if you are during quest R or at quest, we'll pick up quest R12. Anyway, let's say we did it. As you dig deeper into, well, I'll bring it up. We found the spot. Oh no, we haven't found the spot. We'll buy the shovel. We found an area where we need to buy a shovel. That is what we found. We're really going to have to figure out how that's going to work. Right, so that's that bit done. So we would have found that here, or we could put it over here. I don't know. We want to put it somewhere. We want to put it on the same row where the statue of Lorelei is, and the statue of Lorelei is on 257. So to have it on 261 would be quite good, because then it makes sense in terms of the direction that she's pointing in. Right, okay, let's go back up there. So we know what to do. We know to get a shovel, come back down to 261. So let's go 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Now we've got to put everything away. So it's quite a sparse little area, but there is a thing here that I'm going to have to add a little quest for, which I haven't done yet. That's okay. Let's get rid of that. Tell you what, if we go up here, we can roll for these. So 3, 4, 5. We'll roll for an encounter. 5 is a rabbit. 4, 5 is a rabbit. So this is just, like I said, just a way of getting some raw meat or not getting raw meat, depending on how lucky you are. Capture, we do get some raw meat. Fantastic. So we can cook that. That's our main way of getting money at the moment, cooking food. Let's keep that out for a second. 5, 6, 7. 5 again. Okay. And we do get another raw meat. There's 2 rabbits we've caught. Fantastic. We can cook that up in our cooking pot. Oh, we do need to buy kindling. That is what we need to get from the carpenters. I knew there was something. 7, 8, 9. Roll again. 1 is nothing, and then coming out of the woods, 9, 10, 11. Oh no, that is out of the woods. So it's actually 8. And then 9 is on this one. That was already out of the woods. That's fine, we still need to roll. Alright, so let's put this stuff away. Yeah, we do need to get some kindling, because that's how we need to make a fire with our flint stone, which is in our inventory at the moment, which is not much help. Alright, let's put these away. So 2, 5, 8. Yeah, that's annoying. I need to come up with a symbol for that. 2, 7, 7. Yeah, some way that I guess it can't just be a diggable. It could be a I don't know. It can't be a diggable site that then can only be diggable a couple of times, unless we have a persistent diggable area that you can always dig at, and there's a random something you can get. Or there needs to be, like I said, like a little exclamation mark, and there needs to be a card then you have to go to that will say, look, read, you know, or whatever. But you need to have a shovel first as well, don't you? Maybe it should just say go to card 261 with a shovel. Then at least you would know what you're doing. Right, we're going to go to a cavern, so we're going to go around here. We're going to go up to 122. How are we going to get gold? Oh, we could do some hunting. We can do that by the other side. 122. Yeah, they want to go to the cavern. We'll do a bit of that to try to get some ingredients and do a bit of combat. We're going to get. Oh yeah, we're going to buy some kindling. I think we can afford a couple of bits of kindling. 9, 10. I believe kindling's only 5. Let's just have a double check. With Rodrin, there is a buildings deck which I'm thinking of changing to be a what would you call it? Point of interest. Kindling's 5 gold. A point of interest deck instead, because then it can include other stuff. Potentially this thing as well. It could be like the deck of all extra little bits. So it'd be people's houses. It would be other places of interest. It would be, I've got a viewpoint. I've got this other thing that we haven't done anything for yet. I'm gonna buy 2 kindling for 10 gold, which is like all my gold. I've only got 3 gold left. Yeah, so I think a points of interest rather than what I have at the moment, which is a buildings deck, makes more sense. Kindling, here we go. So I'm just going to buy 2 because we can. There we go, we put that in our satchel. We also need to pick up our flintstone from the inn if we want to, when we start cooking. Oh, I didn't take the meat, did I? 2 raw meat from the rabbits. So I think the best way of earning money is to be doing what we were doing to level up, which is killing hunting bears. But we could try hunting wolves because we get 4 raw meat per wolf pack, whereas we only get 3 raw meat per 1 bear. And it seems we'll be hunting them. We're not fighting, so we don't need to worry about being killed in any way. Right, we've got kindling. We don't have any money left anyway. Do we need money? Oh, what should we do? We need oil. We need we need lantern oil to go into the cavern. We got a rope. We also need to buy it. I guess we only need to buy rope once. I was going to say we use the rope every time we go in, but I'm not 100% sold on that. Because you already have to pay for lantern oil, And the rope isn't 100% necessary. You can either, because it just means you can leave the cavern for the last place you're in, rather than have to go all the way back and go through all of the obstacles and hazards again. 1, 2, 3. Right. Let's. Yeah, we need to get some gold for that. Right, we can still go over to the woods on the other side and do some hunting. I mean, we could just do hunting right here, couldn't we? Right. Okay, let's do a bit of hunting here. Okay, fine. 11, 181. Okay. Might as well just do the hunting right here, seeing as we are here. So what I'm thinking, 181, and then we'll go 182. Just, oh no, we can't do that because we have to be in the woods. We need 2, 2, 3. To do hunting, you need to be in a map card in the woods. 2, 2, 3. That has this dotted pattern to show that you are in the woods. So I'll show you what that looks like. It's just a little dotted pattern here, overlay, so you can see you're in the woods. But that needs to be on one if you want to hunt. The other node there is for logging, and we're not going to do any logging. Right, so we're going to go 11, 12, 1. Again, we roll for an encounter. 5 is another rabbit. So the rabbit's out. We're out here slaughtering rabbits, and without even needing to. Oh, we do capture another rabbit. I don't believe it. 3 rabbits. That's alright. The more raw meat we get, the better. Is that even? Wish my camera would focus properly. Anyway, there we go. Raw meat. you. I mean, maybe we could just go around walking in the woods and picking up rabbits. Seem to be doing pretty well at that so far. Right, 2, 3. So we're now in the woods. We can do our hunting, but we'll have to roll first. So 2 is nothing. That's fine. Right, we're going to do hunting. We're going to try to hunt for a wolf pack. And that really just means, we'll get wolf leather, wolf hide from them as well. So hunting is split into 3 sections: track, search, track, and capture. So we've upgraded each one of these separately to level 5. So search is just you either find animal prints or you don't. So very similar to the rabbits, you either get something or you don't get something. So let's just do that. Each one of these takes an hour of time though, and being in the cavern takes an hour of time. But we can't go into the cavern until we've got some money, so we could do fishing, but that takes 4 hours for one go. So this is definitely the best thing to do. We do find animal prints. And we have to move 1 map card into the woods, which means we also have to roll the die for a potential encounter. Is that coming up? Not sure if that will focus, but we found animal prints. There's also an hour of time, so 1, 2, and then we move 2, 2, 2, or 2, 2, 4. We're going to do 2, 2, 2 though, because it's more fun to say. So 3, 4, 5. Roll for encounter. 3 is nothing. Okay, that's fine. Now we're tracking. We are trying to match symbols for tracking and not get one of these blanks. Symbols on both sides of the card, and we match them perpendicular to each other, only going right to left or up and down. So you can't create a full circle as a track, because it's like you're going in circles, so that doesn't work. So you can't link up 100%. So I think it's only maximum of 3 cards. You can link to only 1 card. Each attempt is an hour. If you fail an attempt, you don't have to redo the search, you just redo the tracking. What else? Yeah, you can restart. You can have a new track if the one track sort of gets blocked. So you can just go back and then start a new track. Trying to make it reasonably thematic, so that you went off on the wrong trail, and then you found something else when you backtracked a little bit. Seems to make sense to me. Right, we've got some droppings and a bit of hair on a twig. Like that. So we have to go perpendicular from this. So here we are. We do have that, so that goes that way. So now we're only going left to right. So now we can go up and down if we need to. Twig, paw print, or droppings. We get droppings and flattened down grass, so we come back. We got droppings there. So let's see what else we get. We get a paw. We want to get 6 connected, I believe, for wolf, or 5 for bear. Depends how much we push our luck. So there we've got 3 connected. We couldn't have a 4th one there, for example. But we can put that one there. That's okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a boar. That's annoying, but that's okay. We can just stick that there. We really want. Oh dear. We can put that. Can we put? We can't put that there, and we can't put it back like that. You can't go backwards. We can put that one down though. That's lucky. There's a paw print. That's what we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be a bear. We get 3 raw meat, but we really want to push it. Oh, that just about works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's more like it. So there we go. We got our tracking done. Now we're going to try to capture it. That's an hour of time. 1, 2. If we do get some wolf hide, we can pay to turn that into armor, but even with fully maxed out wolf leather, it's only going to be 34 more health points, which could make a difference, but we get 10 extra from a full night's sleep, and if we get that star sign, that's 20, so that'd be 30 on top of 108, so 138 should be alright. Well, I think the main thing is getting those poisons and opening up that extra pouch space. Right, we're trying to capture now, and that means we have to get the corners of these cards all to be exclamation marks rather than X's. They're not the finalized symbols, but it's just basically just matching the corners. You can only pick a maximum of 2 cards to match with the first card you get. So that one's got 2 exclamation marks and 2 X's, so we want to go over the top of those to make those exclamation marks, and we can do that with just 1. We're lucky there, otherwise we could have put 1 down and then get a second one, but that 1 card matches both of those, so we've got all exclamation marks. And we do get a wolf pack. I haven't really fought any wolves, so I don't even know what we'll get from killing those. Let's have a little look at them. They got a sneak of 9, so we can only encounter these in a fight at night in the woods. It would be, they got 40 health, 4 raw meat and 4 wolf hide. I guess it makes sense because there are 4 of them in the picture. It does seem like a lot. I did think about that before, but let's use it. How much hide do we need for each bit of armor? Is it just 1? I think it's just 1. But then we'll need another bit of another 1 for each one. So the upgrades, I didn't write, well, here we go. So yeah, so head, hands and feet, like gloves and boots and hats, that's 1 hide and 15 gold each. So we could have the head, hands and feet with 1 of those, and then legs and body are 2 hide each. We might have to change that to be 2 hide for the, because we get 4 for each one. We don't want to be able to just easily get all of the bits. So 4, 8, 12, 6, 12 I guess it would have to be. So let's do 8. We can only really do 10, but that would have to be, so 2 hide for that, 4 for body and 4 for legs. So that's 8, 9, 10. That's 10 bits, and then we need to pay 15 gold for each bit of that. 30 and 50 for that. It's quite a lot. We could use it for a little bit. Anyway, let's put that back. We're gonna get 4 wolf hide and 4 raw meat. So that's good. So hunting is pretty overpowered at the beginning. Well, I mean, not at the beginning, the end there. So I think, yeah, if we're only going to do this, we might as well go for, where's the wolf hide? It's going to be the last one that's in here, isn't it? Right at the bottom, probably. Yeah, right at the bottom. Fantastic. We don't have that many eyes. We're going to need some more eyes as well. That's where we get those from the Night Stalkers. We need that for our poisons. We need we might say it would be like 2, 3 and 5 or something for that. Don't need that. Right, we get 4 wolf. I mean, that's a lot of wolf hide. But is a wolf pack, and it's supposed to be hard to fight. But if you're not fighting, you're just hunting. Is the idea we've hunted all 4 wolves? Not sure. Because, yeah, we only have to hunt wolves 3 times to be able to buy wolf leather armor. I guess it is only 35, and then you would need to upgrade them each piece 5 times. So you need 25 after that. So that's fair enough, I think. So we need 4. We're going to have a lot of raw meat. And that's another hour of time as well. So yeah, it's good for getting raw meat anyway. Wolf hide. Maybe we should go for wolf leather then, if we can just do it for hunting like this. It's worth doing. Right, so there we go. We do another hour of time. We could sell the wolf hide as well. I haven't said that. How much does it sell for? We've got a list of all the sellable things in the back. Wolf hide, 15 gold each. So we got 60 gold there. 60. We could definitely, if we can upgrade our pouch with that. We can upgrade our pouch. And what else do we need to do? Lantern oil. That's only like 10 or 5 even. Right, let's do that. Then we'll go into Cavern and we'll do a bit of fighting some creatures. We hope we get the right creature. There are 2 creatures in Cavern 2, the beach cavern, that we can use to create poisons with. We ideally want the orange or orange one. We want giant stinger more than we want fangs. We said that. Figure out exactly how many. We got 3 tattered wings. We only got 1 fang. How many tattered wings? That's 5 of both. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit tricky then. Right. Anyway, we've done a bit of hunting. We've done enough hunting to have some gold. If we sell the wolf leather, wolf hide, not wolf leather, wolf hide. We can also cook. I don't want to use up too much time. 5, 6, 7. Don't want to use up too much time doing hunting because I want to go into the caverns to get poison. That shouldn't really matter. It's really just for the stream that I'm doing that. So you wouldn't have to do that unless you're doing a stream yourself. 4, 5, and it's a 4. The rabbit, another rabbit. This is good. So we want some more. How many? We got 7 raw meats. The question is, how many raw meats do we want to try to cook? Evasion, no, the one does escape us. If it costs 5 gold, we're spending 5, so obviously we want to make at least 5. 5 plus the raw meat, which are 1 each. So with 7 raw meat, that would be 12. So as long as we make more than 12 gold, it's worth doing. 7, 8, 9. And we're out. Last roll. 2, nothing. Okay. Let's move. I don't think we're not going to be able to make it over to the cavern without changing the cards, but that's okay. 9, 10, 11. We need to go to the tanners for that. Yeah, I don't think it's worth doing the cooking just yet. It's a bit 12. I mean, we probably make a bit of that back, but we won't make much of a profit. Really. 1, 2, 3. Let's see how lucky we get fighting some creatures in the depths, in the caverns of the world. And it will be a bit more interesting is also another reason for doing it. Let's put this down. I think we're going to go up a bit. Okay. 6, 4, 7, 8, 9, 50. Okay, what else do we need? 117. 16, 15, 66, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 67, go, yeah, along, because we're going to go to the inn to pick up our flintstone, just in case we want that. Having said that, yeah, what do we want to do? Let's go down from there, actually. $108. $107. That's the inn. Do we want our flintstone? Oh, we're going to cook. We've got. No, I don't think we're going to need to eat much. So let's not bother keeping that flintstone with us. We're going to sell our stuff at the tanners. Can we fit one more on there? That's the tanners there. Is that on? I think so. Are we going to sell the wolf hide? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, we can always hunt for more wolves. Right, let me just double check the cost. So we want to find Eli. Pouch upgrade is 30 gold. I think we can persuade him. We have a persuasion here that I think one of them worked. This is matching the side strip on the right side there, matching the coloured in squares in black, and we can get half price. We would need to match 3. 2, 3 and 4, so 2 gets you the cheaper things, 3 the middle, and 4 the most expensive. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that one works. That one works. I think we only had 2 that fit to get half price. That's definitely 2. Does this work? We need something. No. Does that work? No. No. Oh no, we can only match 2. I'll see if I can show you how this looks. It's a bit finicky because it moves. It needs to line up. Hopefully you'll be able to see. Hopefully you can see that this one lines up and this one lines up. I haven't said that this is now, we've got 2 here that line up with this one, which isn't what we want. We don't want 2 lined up on one card, which is a bit annoying. But that means because it's only 2, we remark on the fair pricing and we say how impressive their items are. It's not. Is that? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's 2 in 1. That's annoying. We need to maybe get rid of this top one. Let me just make a note of that. Right, so we get those. So we'd only get half price off the things in the top bracket. In the top line. So it'd be a buckler, boarhide stuff. We would not get the pouch upgrade. We still have to pay 30 for that, but we will sell you. We will sell to you, sir, our wolf leather, our wolf hide. I keep saying wolf leather, wolf hide. We've got 4 of those. They sell for 15 gold each. Do we need this? We could have kept. Let's have a little think. Doesn't say. We need to add to that wolf leather as well. To make sure that's on the card. At the moment it's just in the rule book, which is not particularly helpful. So how much does it cost? So we could get one thing, 2 hide at 15 gold. Oh no, we couldn't. Actually, yes we could. We could set. No, we couldn't, because we need 2 hide. That's okay. We're going to sell all 4 of those. We just need the money. We don't think we need to really upgrade. We're using this to sell to make money is what we're trying to do. Right, so we sell 4 wolf hide to Eli for 60 gold. And then we buy a upgrade for 30. So we've got 33 left. Let's put the wolf leather back. I don't think it's worth cooking 6 raw meat. I think we ideally want like a 8 as a minimum. Because it's 5. That'd be 5, 10, 13. 13 gold for 8 with 8 would be better. And the more raw meat you have to cook at once, the less you're losing gold, because 5 gold for kindling plus the 1 raw meat for each bit, so you have to make sure you're getting, well, you're hoping you get good rolls on a 20-sided die for that. But we have now upgraded our extra pouch space. We can unveil our little, without, this is probably going to pull everything out. Let's do it down here. Extra pouch space. We get to pull this out. Exciting. Take this away. And now we've got 3 extra pouch space that we can use to store anything in. Can we see that? So that's good. So we've got all 6 in here. Excellent meats. We can put them up here and we can get some poisons. So we've got space for that. We're on the way. That's all with him. We've still got 33. We needed to buy. We need to go to the shop, don't we? 7. Is it the one next to it? No, it's 2 in. 7, 8, 9. 9. And how much does lantern oil cost? I don't think it's much. 5 gold. Let's see if we can persuade you. Can we persuade you? Ooh, there's 1 persuasion. We can persuade you. 2 persuasions for that. That's all we need because it is a cheap one. Don't think the other ones would do. Ooh, that one does as well actually. Oh, we can persuade you with 3. That one does the same. Oh no, that one doesn't. That one doesn't do it. That one, yeah, we rubbed that one out. So we can do 2 though with these 2. We rubbed that. Keep forgetting that one's a rubbed out one. We do have 2 there. That one doesn't do anything. That one doesn't do anything. So we can get half price rounded up. So that's 3 gold instead of 5. What a massive difference that makes. So we're now down to 30 gold instead of 33. Or 28 was what we would have. We're buying some lantern oil. And that'll get used up every time we want to go into the caverns. Lantern oil. We'll find some lantern oil. There it is. How are we doing on time? Oh my god. It's already 80. That's it. That's what I mean. An hour. It seems to go right by so quickly. I'm just trying to get some bits. Got our lantern oil. Let's put that in our satchel. We should have picked up the rope. We don't need the rope. We're going to pick up the rope. 9, 10, 11, 12. We're picking up our rope from our inventory. Right, now we're ready to go and do a cavern once we get over there. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a half hour. I don't think we're going to have time to do a cavern. We're going to have to pack this stuff away anyway. We will be able to do a cavern next stream. So I don't think the packing away of cards is really that much or that often. We'll at least go to the cavern entrance. We'll know where we are for the next stream. It's definitely like less than 3 minutes, I think, to get all your cards. May even be less than 2 minutes. But yeah, it is something you do need to do. Depending on how big your table is, obviously. Okay, last one was. One, 7, 8, 1, 8, 1. 2, 2, 2. Okay, there we go, packed up. Let's go to the cavern. We are ready to go. It's a long and down. So we want, let's go down 1, 3, 9 first. We got everything. Yeah, we've got all our health. We've got some excellent meat if we need to. 1, 3, 9. It would be great. And then we want to be out during the evening tonight to pick up some night stalkers and get some eyes from them. 160. I haven't quite figured out exactly how many eyes we need for this. I'm thinking for the normal poison maybe just like 3, 5, or like, I don't know, or just 5, or 3 for white poison and 5 for the yellow and for the orange. That's what I'm thinking. Because the white poison, it only, what does it do? Blindness. So it's just a roll, a die, and if it's even, it's a hit for the next attack, or if it's odd, it's a miss for the next attack. So that could be quite good. 193. It could be quite good, but it's just in chance. The hands of chance, the hands of fate. Go that way. There it is. I'll show you. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've also got a bit of mining. We could do a bit of mining. Not much chance of getting anything super good because we haven't leveled it up, because we haven't needed to. If we were wearing plate armor, then we would level up by making ingots from iron ore and copper ore. But we're not doing that, so we don't need to do it. So we've got a mining node at the top there, and then at the bottom we've got a little hole. That's the cave entrance. And the way of double checking that will be to go to our buildings/POI deck here, and we would find 195. So we've got numbers all the way along the top, and then you find 195 or 196. I always seem to be on the wrong one. I must have made a mistake with the numbers there. Well, I did make a mistake with the numbers. Let's show you what that says. Oops. So it says to enter 1 lantern equipped. Oh, I didn't get my lantern. Let's pretend I got my lantern. 1 oil for the lantern and 1 rope to leave. Discard oil and rope after exiting. So the rope is not required anymore. To set up 20 cards from the cavern straights, 20 cards from the cavern's corners, shuffle them together to make a deck, place them down randomly and roll a 6-sided die for movement along a grid for that one. So I forgot to pick up a lantern. So obviously time doesn't go, but it's quite off the screen, so you can just go back, it'll be fine. But you can also just say, I did it, I'm just going to go pick it up and get it, which is what I'm doing. Got a lantern in our satchel. Doesn't have to be equipped. I did have a system before we had to have everything equipped and then re-equip it, but I didn't think there was really a lot of point in that in the end. Right, and we are over 8 o'clock now. The time does go quickly when you're playing, because you're just thinking. You spend a fair bit of time thinking and deciding what to do, and that takes up time. But that's kind of like how I like my games, to be a bit thought-provoking. The choices that are available can be a little bit tricky. So you do want to, even though there aren't any time restraints or any real kind of punishing things in place, you still want to think about, okay, what's a good thing to do now, what's a good thing to do later. 1, 3, 9. So for example, I probably would have kept hunting to get some raw meat, and then I could have used the wolf armor as an upgrade. But I would still need to be, I don't know if I would have done that actually. Anyway, we've got our cavern corners here. We've got a whole deck of cavern corners. I don't know if that's going to come up particularly well. And then they've got various shapes to them with symbols on them, and it is gridded. There you go, so you can see that. So you roll the 6-sided die, see how far you go and what you land on. You can go forwards or backwards, and then the sort of the downward pointing, or the diamond shape, no, downward pointing triangle is a hazard, and then the diamond shaped one is an encounter with a creature. So do we want the encounters, and then you can go through it, and then once you've gone through the corners and the straights, so the 20 of both. Hopefully, I don't know how that's not even really going to fit on this table. I don't think, is it? We'll see how we get on. I just realised that having doing 20 of both of these on this table is going to be interesting. We'll see how we get on. Once you've done 20, the last one acts as a treasure room, and you can get a treasure card. We've also got our lockpicks. Putting those in here too, because I definitely picked those up from the inn, because I am a well prepared adventurer. Got a lantern, we've got our lockpicks in case the chest is locked, obviously. Right, there we go, we can save where we are there nicely, and we'll have that to remind us what we're doing. Fantastic, we're ready to go for next stream. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.